Welcome to Models Talk. Let's talk about it.
Yes, yes, yes. Look who is in the building. Tammy D Taylor. Yes, baby. Hey,
Girl, you gonna
beautiful.
make me think I'm a celebrity in a minute.
You are, boo. You are. I mean, baby, this is your season.
Thank you so much.
We are going to talk about it. We're
Praise
going to
God.
glorify your name.
Praise
We
God.
are going to glorify you because you a badass heifer. You know that? You the badass ever. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. You are doing the thing.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do.
Baby, I don't even know where to start with you because, baby, ATL's highest curvy model,
Yeah.
nominated and
Yeah.
have won last year.
Yes.
ATL's hottest mature model, nominee. Book author, nominee. Am I missing something?
Well, I'm nominated for Miss ATL's Hottest this year.
Miss ATL's hottest this year. Oh, Lord.
I'm,
Oh, Lord.
I'm nominated for Fashionista also.
And fashion, 5 categories. 5, Tammy. Good
Praise
Lord.
God. Praise God. All I can do is give up all the glory. Go ahead. Praise God.
Yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Go on, Diva. I am not mad at you. You have grown exponentially.
Thank
You
you.
know, I have watched you from your beginning to where your middle and your where you are now. And baby, when I tell you in just a few short years you have done the damn thing, I am too through with Tammy D Taylor. I am a fan.
Thank you. And I'm a fan of yours too.
Well, thank you too, baby. But it ain't about me. It's all about you tonight.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
the weight we carry. Talk to me.
The weight we carry is the truth is my nonprofit organization. The name of the organization is the Weight We Carry Women's Initiative.
All right.
But I rock with the weight we carry.
Mhm.
And the way I got the name, and I've told the story before, is very interesting. I was talking to a young lady on the phone. We were just talking about what we go through, women.
Mhm.
And I said something about it's a weight we carry. The weight we carry has nothing to do with our physical weight. And she was like, the weight we carry, that needs to be on a t-shirt. And
Mhm.
I was like, okay. And so did not know what I was going to ever do with that name.
Right.
Kept the name for I made it a LLC just so nobody else could take the name.
Right.
Kept the name for a year. Didn't do anything with it. And I went to God. Actually, I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I know that I'm supposed to be doing something because so many women were coming to me
Mhm.
telling me how I inspire them.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, God, what too many different things were coming to me. So I was like, God, what am I supposed to do? And it came to me that I'm supposed to inspire women on a much bigger level. So
Absolutely.
and that's when I decided to do the 501c3 and make it an official nonprofit organization.
Mhm.
And not only to inspire, but to uplift, um, to encourage, to lead if I need to, whatever it is that that woman needs, I want to be able to provide a resource for them,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is. So right now, I am expanding. I'm looking to expand my network because, again, I want to be a resource. So women come to me for certain things. I want to be able to refer them to whatever resource it is they need.
Right.
partnered with a life coach. I have a life coach on board. I have a beauty school on board, working with a staffing agency. So it's a lot of things that's going to come up in 2025 that the weight we carry is going to be a part of. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait to help these women. I cannot wait to have women just feel their potential. I want them to see their potential. I want them to get out of their own heads. I want them to not live in their situation. You know what I'm saying? I see you. I see you. I don't see your circumstance. I see you. I don't see your situation. Whatever that situation is, we can get out of it. But you got to focus. You got to have a goal. I want to be able to put a plan together for you to get you where you want to be. Whatever that is. It ain't got to be modeling. It can be whatever it is you want to do. I want to be able to help you get there.
Right. So when God set this upon your heart and your spirit, okay, how did you recognize it?
I was like, okay, how did I recognize it? It was so surreal. It was like, it wasn't a specific, boom, this is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Things just started happening. People would just come to me for all this advice and come to me for what should I do, and I'm like, I don't know what you should do, but let me find out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me see if I can tap into that and figure that out for you.
Let me find out for you. So, and then it became it was so gratifying. It felt so good when I was able to do something for a woman, or when a woman says, you inspire me to go back to school for nursing. Just because if they see me modeling, they say, well, I'm 47, I can go to school for nursing. Yes, you can. So, and then it went to, I was like, I need to be able to do this on a more official level, because it felt so good for me to be able to do it just sporadically, like it just made my whole day. I was just so happy to be able to do it. So it went to the point where I need to do this for me, because I know, this is what I know. At that point, I just knew this is what I was supposed to be doing, because
it filled you up.
It filled me up. Right.
Yeah. It was like food for your soul.
It was. Exactly. That's what it was. It was food for my soul, just doing it in just such small, but I know. And then now I have the vision. I see where I'm supposed to be. I don't. But God is something, because He give me the path. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. So every step I take, I'm literally stepping out on faith.
Well, you have no choice.
I have no choice. I don't know. I'm just like, He's gonna put the P, and He has everything I wanted to do. He's put the people in place to show. If I didn't know how to do it, He would put someone in my life to show me and teach me.
Right.
If I didn't have if I didn't know the avenue to take, it comes to me. Everything that I need, it literally comes to me step by step by step. All I have to do is just take the step. I can't be scared no more. So I take the step, and God always, he got my hand.
Do you have fear?
I do.
Okay.
I do have fear, just because it's unknown. You know what I'm saying? Because of, I have a natural fear of the unknown, but I know that my God got me. So I'm gonna do it, because now I hope it's almost like I can't disappoint God.
Wow, that's deep.
I can't disappoint God. You know how you don't want to disappoint your parents. That's how I feel. Like, I can't let God down. God has blessed me so much. He has put so much responsibility on me. He has, He's allowed me to inspire so many women to the point where I can't let them down. I can't let God down. I can't let them get down. When you just gave me all this praise, I can't let you down. You know what I'm saying? You
Baby,
just you done blew me up. Now how I look? I can't. I gotta keep going. You know?
you can't let yourself down either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. I can't let myself down either. You're right.
You
You're
can't
right.
let yourself down either. I mean, because we have high expectations of ourselves,
We
you
do.
know, and that's okay to have those high expectations. But it's also okay to accept the fact that if we don't make it in the moment when we're expecting ourselves to make it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's
Mm-hmm.
okay if we don't make it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
as long
Mm-hmm.
as we don't dwell in it and linger in it. And,
Exactly.
you know, if
Exactly.
take that lapse and we regurgitate it, twist it
And,
around,
and learn
bottle it up,
from it.
throw it out, and say, okay, we're walking out on faith again. We learn from that moment.
Right. And it's as long as you learn from it, you didn't fail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I
Right.
mean, we have our little stumbling blocks, but we also have to appease ourselves because we
Mm-hmm.
can't do this kind of work without um, making some mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you can't be scared to make the
And you
mistakes.
can't be afraid to make them. And I think that's what's so inspiring about you, Tammy, is the fact that you're not afraid to make the mistakes. You're not afraid to recognize those mistakes. You're not afraid to be in that mistake and say, I did make a mistake, but you keep it moving, sister. You keep it moving, as your book says.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Which
Yes.
is a whole nother story. All
Wow.
right. She has become a creative author. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. My author sister. I am so proud of you
Thank you so
and
much.
your section. You did your thing. You told about it, honey. Talk
Now,
to us about your section.
whew, okay. My story is it goes into the name of my chapter. Let's go start there. The name of my chapter is The Love I Found. Now, when you hear that, you'll think, oh, well, maybe she found the love of her life. Well, I found the love for myself.
Amen.
Okay. Um, because when I was younger, I was in an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that relationship set the tone for my entire 30 years after that. Um,
Wow.
so it was to the point where I really, I eventually got out of that relationship, not before the man he left me for dead, you know. So
Wow, Tammy.
yeah, but I eventually did get out of that relationship. But what that did, and I think it was because I was so young when I was in the relationship, but what that did is because a lot of women, a lot of people, let me tell you this too. A lot of people say, okay, you're out of the relationship. Okay, great. But then there's the mental, you know,
Amen.
you're broken still. You're
Mm-hmm.
not getting physically abused, but that abuse stays with you
Well,
and it puts you in a mental state to where you're either going to blame yourself for the failed relationship, or
mm-hmm.
you're going to blame yourself, or you're going to look for another relationship like that,
Mm-hmm.
or the bar is set so low because as long as you're the point where he ain't hitting me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but that's a low bar.
Yes,
you
it is.
that's a low bar as long as he ain't hitting me, but what else is he doing, so I went through, the chapter goes through the relationships after that, how that relationship set the tone for the other relationships, and what I finally did to find the love for myself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm glad you did. Uh, do you think there's still work to do?
Always. I'm always a work in progress. It's
Amen.
I am always a work in progress. Now I love me some me now. Don't get me girl, don't get me wrong. I love
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
love girl, I love me some Tammy T, girl. But
I know you do. Look at you, fabulousness,
but
fabulous.
okay. But it's a lot that goes into the background. I mean, we deal, and as women, and men, but I can't really speak to the men's side because I'm a woman. I am a woman, so I can only speak to my personal experience. So
Right.
not to put shade on men or anything like that, but as a woman, there's so much. Okay, yeah, we're modeling. People love us. They love to watch us, da da da, all that. But then you get home, you have to deal with everyday life still, you know, and it can get hard. And, I have insecurities just like everybody else. Of course, you don't see it when I'm on the runway, but,
Absolutely.
but I have securities like everybody else. I look at myself, and we are our own worst critic.
Mm-hmm.
So things that I see about myself, people don't. It's sometimes people don't even see. But
Mm-hmm.
there's things that I want to improve, but I don't dwell in it. If I see something I want to improve, I improve it.
Right.
Period. That's all it is. But yeah, I do. I have, and then sometimes I think back on, why did certain things happen, or why did I allow certain things to happen in my past?
Mm-hmm.
It still goes. I still go back to that, especially when I was writing the chapter.
Oh, I can only imagine the work you had to go through in order to pen that chapter.
Yeah, because I truly thought I was healed. That's why I started the chapter. I was like, okay, yeah, so now I'm here now. I was there, now I'm here. I realized I wasn't truly healed because when
Mm-hmm.
I went back to that time, and I had to really detail it so that you could really know, feel it when you're reading the chapter. So now I'm reliving every single thing, all of those
Oh,
feelings. So it was
gut wrenching.
yeah, it was something. So I went back there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I realized I wasn't truly healed. So the writing of this chapter actually was therapeutic for me
Mm-hmm.
because now I know that I am truly healed, and I can speak about it boldly that I am a survivor of domestic abuse. Before I wouldn't, I was ashamed. And I
Mm-hmm.
was always scared that people were going to ask me what took you so long to leave, or why didn't you, things like that. And
Well, baby, the judgment free zone. We don't we don't do that here.
but I have been I'm so, when I first started to talk about it, I was really surprised at how many, the question never came up.
I'm sure.
Everything that I was afraid of that was going to happen never happened. Everybody embraced it, you know, and I was surprised at how many other women went through it, so.
Well, the thing is, about us Black women especially, we are the backbone to society.
Yeah.
We are the glue to keep family together. We
Mhm.
keep things moving and moving forward within our families. Let me say 95% of us. There are 5% of us that you go discombobulated and they just can't get it together to save
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
But we as a group of women have always been and will always be the backbone in our families.
Mhm.
But the thing about being the backbone, nobody ever thinks that you can be weak. You can have issues. You can have unresolved issues from the issues that you're trying to deal with and keeping the family together, keeping things straight, keeping people together, keeping your own head together. They don't think that we can break at any given time.
Right.
Because we're super women in their eyes. We are the be to all the be,
Right. Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And even going through domestic violence, you know, um, unfortunately, I've been in a domestically violent relationship. 1 year, 363 days, 2 days before our 2 year anniversary, we were divorced, because what
Mhm.
he was not going to do was beat on me.
Mhm.
Okay. And the other thing was I didn't want to go to jail for killing them. It's just
Yeah.
that simple,
You're right.
but
Right.
I knew that I couldn't stay in it. Just like
Mhm.
you knew that you were more and worth more than what you were being put through. But you
Mhm.
had to do the work to get there. I had to do the work to get there. And it took me, I know, a long time to come to the realization that I was worthy.
Mhm.
What about you?
It took me many years to realize that I was worthy. Even after
Mhm.
that relationship, again, I got out of that relationship and got into another relationship, and it was it was almost like I to pacify or to bandage that pain, I just jumped into another relationship, which is not
Wow.
what I should have done, because I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't ready for that. So, and that went on for many years. So, and with each relationship,
Kind of guy? Was it the
I'm
same
sorry,
kind of guy?
was it? I'm sorry.
Was it the same kind of relationship that you had before, or
They were
similar?
toxic. They were toxic. No, they weren't physically abusive, but they were toxic
Mm-hmm.
relationships. And then
That's
a lot of times, there was one time I sabotaged myself. I would sabotage it. I would be like, I'm gonna get you before you get me. Oh, we gonna, so when it was so to the point where I just didn't think I was worthy. So if something good came, I took it as a setup. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get you before you get me. This is not, this is too good to be true. And it was because I didn't feel like I was worthy of it. And
wow.
you know, so, and that went on, like I said, that went on for many years. The toxic relationships, and then with each relationship, I did not want to see them fail because my mother and father, they were married for 30 something years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that's how my life was supposed to be. If I didn't do it, if I didn't have that, something was wrong with me, you
Wow.
know? So, yeah. So it was, um, it took for me because when each relationship failed, my identity were tied to these relationships. And that's the reason why I felt like I needed to be in one because I didn't have my own identity. My identity was tied to the relationship I was in. So
Mm.
every time a relationship failed, a piece of me, it was just like a piece of me left until there was nothing left. And
So
when
how
I,
did you garner her back? How did you garner Tammy back? Or is your name Tammy, or is something else other than Tammy?
no, my name's Tammy.
Okay, because
Yeah.
like uh, people with other names, they just shorten it to Tammy or
No, it's actually Tammy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you pull her back, rein her back in to be the strong woman and the persuasive woman and the woman who's igniting this world on fire through speaking and being who you are on that runway, and your presence, Tammy, your spirit it exudes from you. It's just explosive from you,
Wow.
and your light shines so bright
Thank you.
all the time. How did you get that back, baby?
Okay, let me tell you. The last relationship, that this my very last serious relationship. When that relationship ended, I literally, and I'm going to tell you, literally laid on my floor, butt naked, and just asked God, why? Why am I so unloved? Why won't anybody love me?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about me? Why? What is going on? Why? And God um, said, I love you. And that's all you need right now.
Mm,
And
that's powerful.
for about a year, I didn't I wasn't interested. I love you too. Whoever I wasn't interested in dating. I didn't date. I didn't talk to anyone um romantic. I had no romantic interest in I had no interest in being in a romantic relationship with anybody. It was just me and God.
Mm-hmm.
And that was for almost a year.
Mm,
And what he did, I mean, God built me up step by step.
mm,
He rebuilt, I'm totally redone because of God. I mean, it's all God. I mean, I can't even give anybody else any credit. And sometimes that's what it takes for you to be completely depleted.
amen.
and him fill you. I was completely depleted and he filled me back up.
That's powerful, Tammy. That's powerful. I mean, I know you feel grounded now,
Yes. Yeah.
and see, when you do stuff like this is, girl, this is what? Girl, you better, give it to me, give it to me.
Go J
Yes,
Bell.
yummy,
J Bell
yummy.
did that. J Bell did that.
You did that, sis. Yes. Girl, look at you.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Thank
And
you
and
so
the
much.
weight loss is gone good. You look good, girl.
Thank you so much. And I'm still working on that. We was
Oh, it was, oh Lordy, ooh, we
I'm
Derek
still
lately,
boy,
Derek
Derek.
lately.
Bless his heart. I love you, Derek.
We love you, Derek, but damn,
But boy.
he worked our souls, honey. He
Yeah.
worked our souls for over a year. Yes, ma'am. And it was wonderful. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed working out with you.
Me
Um,
too. It was
I
fun.
think we did well together. I wish that I could Zumba the way you Zumba, because baby, you on fire in that room.
I love to dance.
I know you love to dance, but I can see you love to dance because you picked up on that Zumba and you ain't let it go. You
Yeah,
don't beat.
I yeah, I absolutely love to dance. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love to dance. So when Zumba is just the perfect combination of me doing what I love to do. So and then I'm losing, I'm getting exercise, I'm working out, doing my cardio. So it's burning calories. So
Mm-hmm. Uh, have you did you have a goal weight where you want to? I mean, you know what I'm saying. Do you have a goal where you want to plateau and this is where I need to be and where I feel the most comfortable?
I don't have a set weight that I
Mm-hmm.
want to be. I know how I want to look,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but there's no actual like I want to lose this many pounds or whatever. It's just a certain way that I know I want to look,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well,
it's not
inches are better than pounds, you
right.
know, as
Yeah,
far as I'm concerned. I mean, and I measure myself through my clothes,
me
you know,
too. Me too. Me too.
measure yourself through your clothes and the inches that are coming out because you're toning,
Mhm.
and muscle weighs more than fat. So, you may weigh heavy. I still weigh heavy, but I know I've lost several inches all over. You
Right.
know,
Yeah. So
it's
yeah,
really my boobs. My boobs are just gone. They just gone far left. Look at you.
y'all making me blush now.
Look at you. Look, and I love the signature gray hair.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I love the
Thank
signature
you.
braids. I love it. The side shades. I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you.
love the fact that you can whip that stuff up and wrap it up on top of your head and
So
still go.
quick, change the whole look.
It
I'll be
changed the
behind.
whole look in a
I'll be,
heartbeat.
yeah, I'll be behind backstage trying to change my look. I just of a whole new look. Well, you know what's
Girl,
funny though? I practice that.
you do?
I practice how to change my hair really fast so I can change my looks when we be doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
I actually practice. I
Well, baby,
practice.
you do it. You ain't trying, you getting it done, and you do it and you do it well, And Timmy, you're always happy. What makes you so damn happy? I want to know. I'm inquiring minds right now. What in the hell? You're always damn smiling and you're just happy. Why are you so damn happy,
Girl, did I just tell you what
Tammy? Yeah, you did.
I've been through? No, I'm just, I'm happy because, I'm here. I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy. I look back on the things that I've gone through. And I know the story I just told you, but my life wasn't all bad. But
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't. It really wasn't all bad. But just the fact that I'm walking in my purpose,
Yes.
I am doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing. And that makes me happy. It really brings me joy. And, when people validate it, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't need people's validation.
Right. But
I don't need it, but when women like yourself, who I admire,
oh, thank you.
tell me that they admire me.
Yes.
I mean, well, but my mind, yeah. So, watching you, I used to watch you and I'd be like, wow. And all I would say was just, wow, and now you sitting up here just giving me all this praise. So it's really just come full circle. And I know it's because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be. I know it's because I'm walking in my purpose.
But you have the love and respect of so many people. Do you realize that?
I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful.
I
I'm
mean,
so blessed and grateful.
nobody has anything negative to say about you. Nobody. There's nobody. There's no negative words that I've ever heard in all the time I've been working in Atlanta. Not one time have I heard anything negative about you. Not one. That says a lot, Tammy.
I'm just so, I'm literally so overwhelmed by all of my blessings. And again, I just can't stop praising God for it. It's all God. The people that are in my life, the women that are in my life,
yes.
My circle is amazing. And what God does is he protects me from those. There's people out there that's got something negative to say, but you haven't heard it because God is protecting me from them.
Even if I heard it, I wouldn't pay any attention because I know it'd be a lie.
Right. Because God is, I know that God is for people, because there are people that have been in my life, or there's that we know, but they don't. And I notice it. They're always on the outside. They never come close to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's because God got me. He's not for nobody. He ain't even gonna let nobody do it come close to me to hurt me or anything, because I give it all to him.
Well, you're God first and foremost.
Say that again.
You're one of God's children, one God's chosen. Yeah. Those that are chosen, God don't let people play with them.
Right. And I'm telling y'all now, boy, y'all better, God don't play about me. So if you got any ill will toward me, my advice to you is to take it somewhere else, because God don't play about me. So.
No, not at all. And you're a personification of that, and you're such a humble spirit, and you're so loving, and you get very concerned when my son passed, and you were so concerned about my well-being, and you were there for me, and I truly appreciate that. You just don't know how much, because I was in my darkest hours, and I still am. I'm still going through the grieving process. I'm still angry about it, to be perfectly transparent about it. There is a whole bunch of rigmarole that has swarmed around it, but I've had to give it to God and let God handle that, because he knew I could,
Right.
And but you were one of the many that came from our circle and said, Zahara, what can I do for you? What do you need? Do you need to talk? And that didn't happen to me. That's not something that, I don't have friends. I have associates. I have plenty of associates, but I don't have friends. And for someone like you, a Tammy D Taylor, a Lenitra Rucker, Tenacity, some of all y'all, the family, to swarm around me and say, what do you need? Was the most beautiful thing in that moment for me that I had ever had and experienced. I have girlfriends of over 25 years that I can count on one hand and still have couple fingers left over. But to have a family that I don't have enough fingers for, that came to my aid in my time of need, like you all have, my model sisters, that show me much respect and model love. I can't ask for anything more. And I admire all of you for what you bring to the table, you know, because you guys are awesome in everything you do. I have not yet seen you all misstep, Tammy. And that's amazing to me. You're amazing to me. You are stunning on that runway, girl. What you do with your book, look at you. Yo, look at you. Even presenting your damn award. Look at you.
Oh my God.
And the blue lipstick. You know I love the blue lipstick. And look at you. You were made for this. You were made to be ATL's hottest. You're made for it. Yes, ma'am. 100%. You look all about your business in that shot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You do your kudos. I mean, this year, what? Okay, name the awards you've won this year. Just this year, Tammy. This summer. This summer. Because it's been many.
You see, I got my little trophy thing back there.
Come around to tell us. That's fine. I get it.
I am the reigning not Miss ATL's hottest. I am the reigning full figure curvy model. ATL's hottest full figure curvy model. I am also the North Carolina dopest Miss Thick Girl Magic for 2023. And actually Sunday, that competition, I'll be going back to North Carolina to see if I can reclaim that title for 2024. It's a model competition, so I'll be up there. So we'll see what I come back with on that one. And, oh gosh,
you've gotten a couple other ones too.
Yeah,
look behind you and see if you can figure it.
There's a couple of them back there.
It's okay. I don't mind looking at your back for a minute because I want to know. Because you are eating it up, baby.
Thank you.
You are eating, and people are eating you up like scoops of ice cream.
Oh, Lord. Little caramel ice cream.
Caramel on there.
Little caramel.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Tammy D Taylor, you are awesome. And I want you to know how awesome you are. What do we have here? It's your time. That's right, Lewis. It is her time. And we've been hearing that ever since we put the fact that you're going to be on the show and talked about the fact that you know it was your time. Yeah. People have come back to us and said exactly that. It's your time.
Oh, wow.
How's it make you feel?
It's amazing. Again, I'm just so blessed. It's the blessings just continue to come. I'm so blessed, and it really blows my mind when I think about it. It's just like everything is just, it's just coming to everything. God is just making everything happen the way it's supposed to happen, and I know it's because I'm following the path that He's given me. Again, right. I don't see the path. I don't know where it's taking me. I see the end. Like I can actually vision where it's gonna end, but how I'm gonna get there, I'm not. I don't have that.
You get there 1 foot at a time. One step. Mm-hmm. 1 movement, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 hour, 1 day. At a time.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's a husband somewhere on that path. I'm hoping, good night. Goodness gracious.
It's time too.
Yeah, it's coming in time. That's something I'm definitely not rushing. But yeah, I don't want to jump into nothing, man. I done did that, been there, done that. So
no, you're not going to go there until God is ready for you to go there. And the one that's supposed to be in your life is the one that's going to come to you, and that's the one you will accept.
Right, and I'll know it.
Yeah, you will know.
I won't even have to ask because I'll already know. So.
You'll already know. Yeah, I see that for you too. I think I see marriage in your future.
Can he please just be though late? Can he be like 6'2" though? 6'2"? I ain't trying to be too I ain't trying to be. I ain't trying to be too.
We got a lot of short men in Atlanta. I ain't gonna even lie. My mother says that all the time. Y'all got some short men here in Atlanta. You know, I'm like, Mama, you ain't nothing but 5'6". Good Lord. You know, when my dad was alive, he was 6'2", 6'3", you know, and she was only 5'7". She could wear her stilettos with him, so she was very happy.
Right.
You know, I don't need you, but you know what? Don't tell me. I might have to. You can't sleep on the short men because my husband's he's shorter than me, and short men do love long legs. Ain't nothing like it.
They do, and they yeah,
They love long legs. They spoil long legs rotten.
All right then.
Yes.
All right then.
Yes. You talking about 72 inches of leg? What? How? Lord have mercy. You know? It's been 37 years, baby. 37 years. Oh, Lord, what'd I say now?
Kids watch. Kids watching. All right.
They don't know nothing about 72 inches. They'll be all right.
Clean it up. Let's clean it. We got to clean it up.
It's okay. It's okay. But no, you know, I think that time for you will come, and when it's that time, it'll be just that time.
Yeah, I know.
You know, right now you're walking in the moment of her, which is you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's okay. You know, because like your clothing closet that you've created. Tell us about that.
Okay, so that is one of the initiatives for the weight we carry. That's a initiative that that we're doing, and it is. I am continuously collecting donations for gently used clothing, and these are for women in need. I eventually want to have, and I am looking for space. Anybody out there, I'm looking for a small retail space, preferably someone that wants to donate to a 501c3. But I want to be able to turn it into a boutique, and I want it to be strictly no charge. I don't want the women to have to pay for anything, but I want them to have a boutique experience, because there's a lot of times when you do these clothing giveaways, the clothes are just piled up. They got to dig through them, you know, and they're already going through so much. So let them have something to just for a few minutes to just make them smile, even though, you know, they don't have to pay. I don't want them to have to pay for it, but I want them to walk in a store in a nice boutique, look, try on, you know, things like that. You know, eventually I want to even do like a fundraiser fashion show with the clothes from the boutique. You know, those are the things that I have planned for the Threads of Kindness. That's the name of the
nice name.
Thank you. Yeah, the Threads of Kindness, that initiative, and it is one of the ones that's going to be a continuous growing thing. So I'm still collecting clothes, and because people come to me and they're like, I need this, you know, that we need clothes. So I'm still giving away clothes as collecting. So it's a constant revolving door. So anytime there's not, I'm not doing a drive. I just, you know, for a certain length of time, I am always collecting clothes. You know, I had to get a storage unit. I had so much stuff. So
I'm sure, you know,
but,
I'm Tammy, I'm still cleaning out, baby. I haven't gotten to you yet because I'm still cleaning.
It's okay. I'll be here.
Like a 10 by 30 storage unit with 20 rolling racks of clothes.
Yeah, I'll be here. So when you're ready, just let me know. I'll pick it up and everything. So
yeah, I'm still working on one room at a time.
Yeah, I'm continuously collecting clothes, because then there's women who need clothes for job interviews, you know, things like that, and all sizes. So I really just want to be able to have a place where I can just go in and just reach for something. Right now, I have to go to my storage unit, dig through and see what I can find for these particular women, which is still a blessing because people still continuously donating. They're always saying, when they see me, I got some clothes for you. I got some clothes for you. You know, great. So, it's I'm still blessing people, and again, I do have a vision on how I want it to go, and eventually I have a ribbon cutting ceremony for that. It's coming, you know.
Well, I look forward to it. I'll be there, and it'll be Zahara on the scene doing an interview, live red carpet interview for your ribbon cutting, and
Yeah.
your boutique. And just one more thing in your arsenal, I mean,
Mhm.
your resume must be tremendous.
So I haven't. If I wrote down everything, I haven't even went in to update from years ago. It's so much stuff. When I do that, I'm gonna be like, dang, this, and she does that. I do this, I do that. Yeah, I haven't even updated the resume yet.
Do you plan to go outside of Atlanta
I
as
do.
modeling? I know that your organization will expand into other cities. I'm
Mhm,
not even concerned about that. With
mhm,
your modeling, do
mhm.
you plan to go outside of Atlanta?
I would love to. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I plan to. I haven't. Again, I do shows like in North. I do the North Carolina. And but I do plan to do more outside of Atlanta.
How
I'm
do you
making.
feel
I
about
make.
paid?
Say that one more time.
How do you feel about not getting paid?
Uh,
Honesty is the best policy.
okay, so um, of course I would love to be paid, and there's some shows that I do be paid for, like the TLA show. Tina pays us for that show. We
Mhm.
get paid for that show, and more so, the fashion shows have put me in front of people to do other projects that allow me to get paid.
Mhm.
That's what the fashion shows have done. Um, yeah, because for the most part, we don't get paid for the fashion shows, but we again, it puts me, and I know for a fact that the fashion shows put me in front of people that have allowed me, and it has allowed me to do other things that I do get paid for.
Mhm.
So like when I do photo shoots for designers, I get paid. I have an hourly rate that I get paid for, and they
That's.
saw me in a fashion show. So
Mhm.
so it still benefits me, but of course I'd love to get paid when I do the fashion shows. And there's a
I-
couple there's a couple that I get paid for.
Right.
So. Hmm.
But when when you don't see a or you don't feel a positive vibe when you're doing a show, what do you do about that for you? How do you muddle through that? How do you push through that and push off that angst?
I go sit in a corner by myself.
Uh-huh.
I go pull my chair to a corner by myself and look at my phone. Sometimes I'll blow my phone, pull up a scripture, be like,
Oh
Lord,
Lord. She
Lord, I'm gonna
pulled the
need you.
scripture.
I'll be like, Lord, I'm gonna need you to get me through this one. Yeah, so yeah, because and I really, it's very unfortunate that you have to be put in situations, but it happens, especially when you're dealing with a lot of models who are inexperienced, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it happens. You just have to be, again, being that we're older, we're very convicted in ourselves. So, we don't have to partake. We can just go sit, like I said, I go get in a corner and I won't know what's going on until they say, you line up, y'all up, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So and so get y'all start getting dressed or whatever. I won't even
Mm-hmm.
know what's going on.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you. We do get kind of quiet, don't
yes,
we?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will get in a corner so fast.
Yes, ma'am. And you know me, I'll have my setup. I'm over there scurrying around trying to
Hmm.
figure out if the designers got what they need to put on the model, as far as accessories are concerned, so we can have a beautiful show.
Yeah, girl. I can't. Yeah, I will. Girl, sit in that corner. I will. You'll think I was on punishment because I'll be in the corner.
I know I've seen you, Tammy. I've seen you get
Yeah,
quiet.
I get quiet in that corner. I will.
Yeah, I get quiet and I start listening. And you know, one of the main reasons Models Talk exists is to give models, directors, producers, fashion coordinators, stylists, behind the scenes people, you know, helpers, you
Mm-hmm.
know, everyone that works in the industry, entertainment or otherwise, to
Yeah.
give them a voice and allow the
You're right.
things being whispered in the corners, in the backsides of, or during a show or
Mm-hmm.
after a show, you know,
Mm-hmm.
allowing people to be able to come and to a judgment-free zone
Right.
and open up and say what they need to say. Because if we keep talking about it in the dark, nothing's going to change.
Right. You're right about that as well. But
No,
like certain situations, like I said, when we like we're if we're back, you know, behind the scenes or whatever, and it gets crazy, you know, I look at how, because you can't control how the models are going to act. So I look at how it's being handled. Like if there's a situation, I look at how the people that's supposed to be running this show, how they handle it. That's what I pay attention to.
mhm,
Because if you can't um, control what's going on, those are the things that make me determine whether I'll ever do another show
with that
with
individual.
that individual. You know,
Mhm.
I'll never go back and be like, you know, that show was messed up. They this, they that. I don't do that. I don't whisper talk about people. But I will never do a show for them with them again. You know,
I I have people like that to this day.
yeah. So and you know, people will be like, so you doing so and so show? I'm like, no.
Oh,
And that's all I say, you know.
yeah, I don't give any explanations either. I
Yeah.
just no, I'm not.
No.
Yeah, have a great time. Have a great
Yeah.
show. Good
Yeah.
luck to you.
I do. Have a great show, you know.
Exactly. And
And
that's
then
what you're supposed to handle it.
And then sometimes I'll get feedback, girl, I know why you didn't do that show. I'm like,
I
no.
know. Tammy, I know that's right.
I
Because they
was
surely come back and tell it. They sure do come back and tell it.
like, really? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Really, girl? Stop it.
Really? I'm so sorry that happened to you. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I got. You know, nobody can ever say Tammy said it because I ain't said
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You know, anything that I said, I stand on and I'll repeat it again. But ain't nobody can ever say, well, Tammy said. No, Tammy didn't
Exactly.
say it. Tammy ain't say it. You know.
Exactly. Well, I know I have never heard anything like that about you or from you. So, you know, I don't worry about that with you at all because I know you have morals and character.
You know, and I try to stay positive. You know,
Right.
everything I
Right.
try to, even in a negative situation, I try to put a positive spin on it. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you just
Yep.
can't.
That's the best way
But
to handle it instead of looking at the glass half
yeah,
empty.
yeah, I try to put a positive spin on it because you just, I mean, why? You dwell on the negativity and then now what?
Yes. Say it, baby.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Even if it was such a bad experience, the positive thing about it is I learned something about this person. I know that this person that I need to avoid. So,
Mm-hmm. And
God, you
that's
taught me a lesson.
not happening. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. That's the way I see it.
Yes, ma'am. I totally agree with you and understand. If you had to give me a final thought, my darling, what would be your final thoughts in this moment?
My final thoughts in this moment. I would tell everyone to just always find you and your purpose. Find your niche. Find you and excel in that. Don't worry about what the next person is doing. They are doing something and they're skyrocketing, but they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
Maybe you're not because you so worried you trying to do what she's doing instead of doing what God
With
got for you.
you. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
ma'am. I do.
you do what God has for you, you excel in that. And
Mhm.
you know, both of us will be superstars. And I do want to acknowledge Miss Tanya Lewis because she acknowledged me. And
Yes. Time to
very
do
sweet of
it.
her. But
I see girl, but
she has her lane, and she
yes.
is excelling in her lane. Her
This
lane.
girl bikini model. I
She
am the
is the 60-year-old bikini model.
Yes, she is.
And what?
What?
And enough said. You know, she's a 60-year-old bikini model competing with
20.
people 20-something-year-olds,
Mhm.
and she is doing the damn thing.
Yes,
And
she is. Give it to her.
yeah,
Tiger Woods, we love you, baby.
she found her lane. That's
Mm-hmm.
her lane. The and her photos, her pictures, she's very sexy. And
Mm-hmm.
that's her. And can't nobody take it from her.
Nope.
Can't nobody, and I that ain't my lane.
I
I
have.
got I got my lane, she got her lane, and we both killing it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud of her. I'm very proud of her, and I do again thank her for acknowledging me. And girl, it's your time too. It's your time. It's our time.
Yes, ma'am.
It's our time. So
Well, I know that, God's got me as well. And he's allowed me to be able to speak to such magnificent people like yourself and hear your testimony, your fashion testimonies, your life testimonies, and be able to share them with the world because we are international. I just had a show today with a young lady from the UK,
oh
and
wow.
it's fabulous, and it's gone out over there in London and it's everywhere. Just, you know. Uh,
God gave you them knees though. The knees. That's what God
Yeah,
that's
I
what
still do some hard poses, but I only do some hard poses when I'm doing urban or I can get away with it in garb that is
yeah. Yeah.
able that's long and drawn out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I can get away with it, but I only really try to keep it to an urban,
The fact
situation.
that you can do that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's y'all work up top. I work down below.
Yeah,
That's
you
the way
do because girl.
that's the way I look at it. I said, my sisters are up there. I got to go do something else and be down here with my
I'd be
bald
like,
head.
I'd be like, she finna do it. I'd be like, she finna do it. She finna do it. She finna do
Oh yeah, that and throw my wig off. I'm good about snatching off a wig and throwing
it.
it. Yeah, I'm good about that one too. Don't do it that often, but I do it often enough to where people go, "Oh my God, no, she did not just do that."
Oh yes, she did. Oh yes, she did. Now what? Yes, she did. That
Exactly.
is a horror.
Yes, I am.
Guyana.
Thank you. And I love being Zahara Gihana, baby. I do. And I love me some Tammy Taylor. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
my sister. Thank you for being my friend, and thank you for being one of those women that I look up to and inspire to be like. I know that God's got you and you are in your path of greatness, my sister. You really are. And
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you. I am
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
Thank
And
you so
you keep
much.
doing what you're doing, baby, because you, your organization is going to be huge
Thank you. Thank
because
you
we
so
need
much.
it. You
Thank
know, we need people like you in the world. And you're one of God's children and you are a light. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much.
This
Yeah.
is the girl Zahara Gihana saying yes for Tammy D Taylor tonight. Once again, it was special. We don't do 9 o'clock shows, but we did it for you, baby.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely, absolutely. No problem. You come back anytime you have anything special you want to talk about, sweetie.
Okay, I
All
will.
right. You
You
take
love
care.
you.
Be safe. Take care of yourself. I'm gonna check on you. Okay.
Absolutely. I'll check on you.
All right, baby. Thank you. You have a great night.
Good night. Love you.
Peace, love, and throwing them deuces. Model love.
Model love, baby.